Yes, I'm Crime Queen, and I am deciding to pay close attention to the couple here. I believe that by studying and really observing the interactions between the two, I could learn a lot. I think the world could learn a lot. We have seen that the legacy of um, the legacy of sin we are told seem to follow us, and we have not looked at the other side, or the positive side, I would say, to this story. So we seem to be going in circles around it. It's like the seed of blame. That's it, the seed of blame. Like Adam blamed Eve, and then Eve was about the serpent, but Adam had not understood that Eve is also the serpent, just like it were with Job, when Job's wife said to Job, why don't you curse God and die? And it amazes me that people are not too bothered about trying to find out, well, why would God punish Job's friends who were actually trying to help him to understand, well, why he was in the predicament he was, and God would not have reprimanded Job's wife. Why weren't anyone really questioning that? I don't understand. But then, if we really follow the story very well, it's that, which is where I think it's in Job chapter 38, thereabout, where um, God is really saying to Job, where were you when I formed the oceans? And where were you? Where were you? Really trying to get Job to think about the waters, to think about source, to think about creation, basically to think about the divine feminine, to think of that which gave life to him. Because Job was a righteous man, he was a good man, but he was a lot like the prodigal son, who had just did everything that he felt was expected of him, and in that manner, he even got to the stage where, of course, he was so righteous that he would make comments to the wife. Well, he said to the wife, basically, you're talking like the common woman down the street or on the corner of the street. Um, so that was showing that Job had not really got to the stage where he was one with all. No, he had not got to the stage of honoring the divine feminine, no matter what state it had come in. So basically, that's what we are called to do, to get to that place of oneness, where there is really no judgment, because we have understood that the woman on the street corner, she's the woman of wisdom, that in King Solomon, or in the book of Solomon and Proverbs, that he constantly speak to the son, beware of the woman on the street. She might lead you into alleys that you are not prepared to, or you have not understood. So, but that's a woman of wisdom. That's a woman who knows the way of the world. And of course, if you are in the world, and like they say, you should not be of the world, but the way you are not of the world is to be able to identify the world. If you don't know the world, how could you say you are of it, you live in it, and you don't know it? You would have to get to that state of being able to identify the world you live in. So my eyes on this everlasting twin flame, it seemed like no matter what the world have said about them, whether they were the cause of man's fall, and of course we see that we fall in love, we fall out of love, we fall in sin, and all kinds of things. They had carried that the seed. We got the seed, but as I have stated in other presentations, the word believe, which has the word lie in the middle of it, is important for us to examine in the story of Adam and Eve. So it looks like Adam had had a real tough time. Of course, I think Adam's idea, as I also have mentioned, that he felt by the sweat of his brow he should leave. I think he needs to understand the word brow, Brow. I think I've spelled this correctly, which has in it the word bow. BOW. Now it looks like he has to really bow to Mother Eve, really, because he has gone astray and coming back. There are lots of things that we are meant to learn from this story here. In fact, I'm thinking how to do the numerical value for the word brow, but before I go on, it's really that I think what we need to concentrate on here is that as a couple, there must be, there would be some kind of there's some kind of jewel to be found from the story. And so this is what we need to be doing: find the jewel, find the gem in what has happened, because we do find out that we are required to be agents, as in the Matrix, participants, to give rise and to understand the base of the story that we have been given. So I am really loving the opportunity to examine this, and I am loving the body language from Eve in this photograph. And of course Adam too, of course, with his red eye, he looks like he had been under a tree crying for quite a while. And of course it's almost like wanting to say sorry. We haven't seen that quite so, but Mother Eve is not really looking for that. She is really looking to convey, just like she conveyed telepathically to him, the message of, come home, because she is the serpent. At this stage where she's at the top of the, looking like the top of the S. And of course, it's like a tube, it's like a ladder. So Adam had gone down the ladder. Now he wants to go up again. Well, however that sounds. Oh my. Okay, all right. You get it. Okay. So let's see how the couple how their story continue to really ignite our desires to wanting to know more. Thank you. Let there be light. And there was light. We can see the light in Mother Eve's face. Oh my, beautiful. Now we really want to see that light on Adam's face too. Okay.